Look like just I woke up. I woke up in pink. But I didn't. Anyways, hey guys, Nightmare here, and welcome to another book review. So for today's video, we have an old book, and it's The Explosion of Love by Barbara Cartland. Okay, so the story of this book, not the story, but this book was given to me by my mom's friend, who was getting rid of her old books and said that if I want them, then I can get them. So yeah, I just pick up some of the books that found it interesting, and yeah, this is one of them. So yeah, it's very old, but it's, well, not very old, okay? You know, I don't know. I don't know. What year is this? I don't know. But yeah, The Explosion of Love. This book, sorry, it's about I think it's based on Germany. I think I don't remember because this book I read it last year, and so yeah, I think it's based on Germany, and it's about, you know, a royal empress that has, well, it's a king who has two daughters, and her wife died. So these two daughters are just, you know, so lovely with his father, you know, typical royalty thingy. And they are busy, he is busy, blah 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 blah, and the daughters are, you know, the music, dancing, and lungs, blah 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 blah. Okay, good. So story is that the older daughter was taking, you know, piano lessons with her teacher. So this teacher is like freelance that goes around the world, and when he comes back to, you know, Germany to teach this daughter, her name, by the way, is, well, it's not Sasa, it's Maria. No, I'm mixing stories. I know, yeah, Marie Celeste, Marie Celeste. Okay, but her alias is Sasa, or her, you know, whatever. So as you know, royal thing is are so protective over their daughters that they nearly don't go out of the castle. So this professor, whenever he come back to teach her, he will tell her stories about on his troubles. So she was like so keen of going out and to venture and see the world for herself, but you know, it can be. So okay, so the story starts in one of those classes that the professor tells Sasa, the professor, I don't remember what's his name, but I don't remember the professor's name. I don't know. Anyways, so the professor tells her that he won't be back until long. I think he said like that was their last one. No, that next week he was going to Paris and never come back, I think. So Sasa was so sad because he kind of had a crush on the professor. I didn't like that part, bro. I'm like, bro, no, that's gross. You're a little girl. You're a little girl. He's older man. He's older man. So yeah, but yeah. So she was like, oh, take me with you, no Aaron. Well, honestly, first she asked her father if she will allow her to go out, like not with person, but you know, to go to Paris. Obviously, the king said no. And then her little sister, who has been sick, cause I don't know what's like her bone. She had the way the book describes it, it's like some type of anemia, you know. What she had, the little sister. So yeah, and Sasa knew that one of the best medicines are on Paris, so she wanted to go there as well for that, to search for a cure for her sister. So yeah, so the next class she had with the professor, she asked him to take her with him. The professor also obviously says no, blah blah, but she managed to escape the castle and go to the professor's house. No, not his house, the train station. So yeah, so the professor hasn't had a choice but to take her with him. So yeah, she take her to Paris, saying that she was her. I'm so tired, bro. Niece, that she was her niece, and yeah, so they got to Paris. They met like a lot of musicians, poetries, you know, whatever art things. And then he met a boy who was like an assistant of some other artist. So yeah, basically the story starts there. Oh, and one of the reasons she wanted to leave Germany too, but not forever, just as a last wish, is because she as a royal thingy, she was going to be arranged for marriage. So she wanted to go out and do like a last thingy before she lost her freedom, you know. So yeah, that's the story. You wanna read it? So I give it a 3 out of 5 because I don't know, it's cliche, you know, and I knew what will happen in the end, so I was like, but yeah, and some parts that are so boring that I just don't was like, no. Okay, so yeah, one of the best parts, I don't know if I have, one of my favorite moments is back at the start that they were arguing about, you know, women thingies, you know, that you must do. The leaders say, His Royal Highness says, you must do this and you must do that, and you obey him. Why? Because you're a woman. Sasa says, that is true. If you were a man, it would be different. You could say, I want time to think, I want time to choose my own wife. I will not be handed over like a parcel over a country to someone I do not know, or sent to live in a country which I might detest. You are right, of course you are right, says Sasa. But you know, Papa will never listen to me. So yeah, that's one of my favorite moments, because that's what the professor, that's why Sasa loved the professor, because of her modern mentality, that, you know, because you have to think about this time, you know, that woman was treated as an object and they barely have rights, or I don't know if they even have rights. Worst parts are, as I said, there's some parts that are so boring. I'm just like, I can't read it. But yeah, I don't quite remember what was that, what those moments were, because yeah, I was so bored I can't remember. Favorite quote. It's just so beautiful, bro. Okay, I have a lot of favorite quotes. I'm going to read those because they are old. It's so beautiful. Read them. Okay. I thought that the professor didn't want to go to when Sasa to come with him, but he said, "Then come with me." He cried. "I will show you how to live, which is something you have never been able to do until now. And if I'm thrown into prison, it will be worth it." I just love that quote so much because, as you know, well, if you watch my Filipino, okay, one of is this: you must fight for freedom of the mind and the soul. Just love. Okay, when with sunlight with sunlight in your eye, sorry, this is so good, I need to read it. When with sunlight in your hair in the street and in the evening, you appeared to me laughing, and I thought I saw the fairy with the hat of brightness. God made the world, everything in its place, the sun, the moon, the rainbow, and your perfect face. See, it's like so beautiful. I love poetry, as you see. Then this one is, this was what she had sought with a man, This was why she had known she could not marry without love, for love was life itself. Okay, I didn't read it that right. This was what she had thought with a man, thought so short. This was why she had known she could not marry without love, for love was life itself. Okay, there's another. Okay, do not let us think of tomorrow, Sasa said quickly. I only want to live for today. Please, let us leave the future to take care of itself. Okay, we have today, my darling, he said. And as far as I'm concerned, it is all I ask of fate and the gods. Today is... I'm beginning to think I'm a fatalist, the Grand Duchess replied. If God means us to die, we shall die, and I only hope I shall do so with dignity. Yes, sir. Also, no man in his senses will want to injure anything so beautiful as you. Let me assure you, my darling, that if it's necessary, I will protect you with my life. So you're proud. Oh, I'm crying, bro. Because, you know, not at all. Today's generations will never take this far. Okay. She knew now, looking up here across the table, that he was what she wanted. He was what she had sensed was waiting for her somewhere in the world, if only she could find him. What he made her feel was love, so majestic, so beautiful, so vividly and compellingly alive that it swept through her body like a tornado, and she felt as if she had wings and she was free of everything except of her own heart. Sorry, it's just so beautiful though. Okay, this one is so beautiful too. It's like, I love you, Pierre said. Every moment I am away from you, every second you are not with me, passes with the slowness of century, and when I see you again, you are even more beautiful than you were before. I'm not one of those people who cries, but this is so beautiful. It is alright, my darling, he said. I still love you. In fact, it would be impossible to stop loving you. Okay, here's another one. Yes, I can see that what you need is somebody to look after you. And this here is said, of course, I am right, he said. I knew the moment I saw you that you were the woman I have been searching for all my life, and had begun to feel it that I really exist. I'm not crying, you are. Okay. Another one is, perhaps we were together in another existence, in other lives, but I feel that I know you and that your thoughts are my thoughts, your feelings, my feelings. Okay. I'm not crying, you are crying. Okay, here's another one. You are so lovely with the sunlight on your hair. I feel a dozen poems forming themselves in my mind, and yet where you are concerned, I think the poet who could really do you justice has yet to be born. She wanted to speak, she wanted to run away, and she wanted to stay, but she could feel her heart and beating in her breast, and she felt as if she could no longer breathe and the whole world was still. And the whole world's watching us and let's feel. Okay, here's another one. I am wrong, he said as he looked down at her. Beauty is not in your heart. You are beauty itself, oh my darling. How could I know the world held anyone like you and not be aware of it until now? This is so beautiful, bro. He said, I will not allow you to be anything but what you are now, he said. My dream, my ideal, and mine. Oh my goodness, my heart. He says, I would like to stay here and tell you how beautiful you are and how much I love you. You know that it's untrue where we are concerned. Whatever I am, whatever you are, we still belong to each other, and I love you. I love you, my darling, as I am. I've never loved anyone before and will never love anyone again. And the last one is, they each knew one thing and one thing only. They found each other again. That's my favorite quotes. My favorite character is Sasa itself. I just so relate to her because of my strict parents. And she, well, I recommend this book because you just read it in a sit down. If you're a fan of romance, romance, because it's so beautiful. You know the quote that Lord, love is amazing, bro. It's my favorite thing. I want to be loved like this. So yeah. Oh my god. And I cry, you are. And love. Okay. That's it, and I see you in another video with another book review. Bye.